We Energies crews went west to help restore power from those storms. And they were traveling back home when they encountered two unexpected situations. CBS 58's Jenna Wells shares how they stepped in and became heroes.
This month, nearly 50 crews from Wisconsin We Energies went to Central California to help restore power after some big storms. What they weren't expecting was to save a life.
It was raining pretty heavily.
We Energies workers began their trip home from California Saturday on slippery roads. Just outside Merced, they witnessed something terrifying happening to another driver.
The car hydroplaned in the median and then slingshotted across the road and went off launched off the embankment down about 75 feet.
Crews immediately pulled over, called 911, and sprang into action.
The guys just simply ran down the hill through the mud, and down below was about 3-4 inches of standing water.
Because power line work can be dangerous, We Energies crews are specifically trained in first aid.
It was instant. It was without thought, and they were down there without thought.
They cut the driver out of her seatbelt, which they believe saved her life, and used a ladder to get her out of her car. If they didn't see the crash, crews think she could have been stuck there for a long time.
She said, "Oh, thank God you're all here." And I said, "Well, we were just glad to be here."
As they were helping the driver back up the hill, another scare.
Our rear truck was hit by two vehicles that also hydroplaned. So guys came up the hill and immediately went to render aid to those two drivers.
Thankfully, everyone will be okay. After emergency crews arrived, the convoy continued their trek home, grateful to have been in the right place at the right time.
We were able to help one last person or three people out in a situation where you kind of come home feeling good, like, hey, we did well.
The crew said a big lesson learned was the importance of wearing a seatbelt and calling for help right away. In Milwaukee, Jenna Wells, CBS 58 News.
Real life heroes for sure. Well, public speaking, of course, is never easy, especially in front of a big group of people. But one hometown 8th grader beat her nerves to share something unique and beautiful about herself.